Today on the show, we talk AFL and NRL, football Formula 1, and we see the ultimate disrespect from Richarlison in the Premier League. He got snapped up for it though. This is the final episode of $0 Given. Obviously, the AFL was on a finals break this week, so there were no games, but there was still plenty happening, like Collingwood hitting 100k members, only the third ever club to actually get to that total, so incredibly impressive. It was revealed that Nathan Buckley and Bashar Hooley are going to be presenting the Norm Smith and the Premiership Cup. And the AFL also revealed that the grand final parade is going to be like floating on the Yarra this year. And look, it's not a bad idea, but I don't know what's less believable, that the Bulldogs are going to make the grand final or that the Yarra would ever look this blue. And the AFLW also started up the first round this week, and we saw a 16-year-old field umpire. So well done to Emma Stark. We saw a big win for the Brisbane Lions, 76-27, so they go top early days. And on the flip side of that, we saw some elite defending with a 15-11 scoreline. The goal umpires were stealing a living that day. But the silverware is ready. A champion is just a month away, and I can't wait to get it started. Now on to the NRL, where, by the way, happy birthday to Rugby League, by the way. We have just one round left of the NRL, and currently the Broncos somehow are out of the top 8 at the moment. Raiders holding on to that 8th spot. Penrith obviously clear at the top. They celebrated their minor premiership obviously over the weekend. Hasbulla was in Australia, by the way, this week, and I know that you're thinking, how does this have anything to do with the NRL? Well, it would appear as though Addo Carr's been able to sign him up to a contract, so there you go. He's going to be repping for the Bulldogs soon. We saw Nelson somehow avoid any suspension, only cop a $3,000 fine for some of the grubbiest acts I've seen. I mean, a borderline flying elbow to the face after dropping him to the ground. Also a chicken wing and a couple of knees to boot. I mean, my God, man. Horrific stuff. Apparently, Hasbulla wasn't the only player that's now signed for an NRL club. Bloody Shaq apparently going to the Rabbitohs now. And oh, by the way, I've got to show you this moment as well. This absolute unit was getting heckled on the sideline, trying to hit the conversion, and look, absolutely lasers it down the middle. Absolute beauty. Moving on to football with the Premier League, we saw Liverpool, who have had a very tough start to their season, just come out and smash Bournemouth 9-0. 9 Liverpool goals, and yet somehow Mo Salah doesn't get to assist or contribute in any way to any of them. That's unbelievable. Yet what's even crazier is that they weren't the only British team to win 9-0, because our boy, Big Ange Postecoglou, is still tearing it up with Celtic. They also picked up a 9-0 win against Dundee United. They extend their undefeated streak to like 37 something, I don't know. Looks like Manchester United are going to spend 100 million euros, I believe, on bloody Anthony. That is crazy big money, but at the same time, they were quiet when they dropped 100 million on Grealish, so you know what I mean. And as for Manchester City, Erling Haaland scored a hat-trick against Crystal Palace. This dude is ridiculous. This lad is too big and too strong. They just can't deal with him. He's absolutely ridiculous. Mbappe missing from here the day Haaland scored a hat-trick. God, I hope we see those two in the same league at some point squaring off against each other. They're basically the new Messi-Ronaldo rivalry. Haaland is so good that apparently other managers in the Premier League are trying to figure out together how to stop him. Oh, Haaland's got them like this. And we're starting to see the brand new World Cup kits being dropped. Adidas dropped some of theirs. They're probably the best of the lot. I think by far the winner for the best kit combo has to go to Mexico at the moment. And then you've got Puma, which, interesting to say the least. And over to the Formula 1. We're finally back after a month-long break, and it's still the same old Max Verstappen winning absolutely comfortably, even though he started 14th. In that Red Bull, with him at the peak of his powers, he is absolutely lighting it up. Like, no joke. He is on his way to a second world championship. We had Alonso and Hamilton coming together, with Hamilton just totally pinching Fernando. Hamilton owned up to it and admitted his mistake, whereas Alonso was maybe a little bit more irritated at the incident. That crash actually led Hamilton to retiring from the race. You may be the worst car I've ever driven, but I'm not gonna let you burn. It's crazy how it's the worst car he's driven, yet he's still comfortably third. And Charles Leclerc was speeding in the pit lane, so he lost his 5th place to drop to 6th and lost 2 points. Ferrari literally are just, oh my God, their own worst enemies. Perez now jumps up to 2nd. It's pure pain. Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc trying to escape Ferrari. And shout out to my man Alex Albon for making his car as wide as this Photoshop and securing P10. But anyway, people, it is time now for the final ever Legend of the Week. Let's see your nominees for this week. I've got a little something special planned after we give this final nomination, so let's see who we've got. Legend of the Week nominations, I see Verstappen, I see San Maximin's gotten a couple nods. Yeah, he scored this absolute cracker for Newcastle in the 90th minute. So as a Newcastle fan, you've really tempted me there, but we've also got Deji getting a bunch of nominations as well. He literally took up half the nominations, and why not? He's finally won a fight. I couldn't believe what I was witnessing. What happened to the old version of Deji? Deji actually won a fight. Oh, I apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game. Yeah, shout out to you, Deji. Absolutely no one fancied you whatsoever. You went out there and dominated. I think I'm going to give it to him. I'm going to give him Legend of the Week for the final $0 given episode. And with it being the final episode, I thought I'd put together something kind of special to commemorate the whole series. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Wall of Legends. Every single Legend of the Week is up on this wall. From basically our very first nomination, Luka Doncic, all the way back in November of last year, all the way down to Deji, our final nomination. Congrats to all the legends that made it onto the wall. Some incredible moments and memories on here. Shout out to SG Designs for putting together the Wall of Legends. Shout out to all of you legends for following the series as well. I will see you all again very, very soon, but for now, signing off, this has been $0 given. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, have a good one, and bye-bye.